People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the med. Scarlet News with a buzz. Less than 24 hours ago, the Reggae Boys Jamaica team, men's team, played Mexico, one of their top rivals, them and the United States. In the semifinals, somewhere in America, and people, it was a disaster. It was a disaster for many reasons, because Jamaica is woefully lacking, not in talent, just in practice, just in chemistry, just in team strategy. The team strategy meaning that you cannot be playing in these competitive games, professional athletes, and you are not training together. There is no sorts of cohesiveness. There is no sorts of chemistry. There is no sorts of strategy. You are always going to lose out against the likes of teams as in America, as in Mexico. This country, their government, invest in their team millions of dollars. That is lacking in Jamaica. The next thing that is lacking in the Jamaica's team is the defense. You cannot be playing any sorts of sports and be flat-footed. You should always be on your tippy toes. You should always be alert. One thing that I notice is that the Spanish, being much shorter, were winning all of the air balls. Jamaica defense was always kicking the ball from one side to the next to nobody. Like so them a play some sort of lawn tennis on the soccer or the football field. As it pertains to the defense, good defense. However, they are erratic, meaning, what's his name? Low, very erratic. It is either he has a good game or he has a horrible game. He is not consistent. That one youth, I think his name is Brown, that made that foul, that gave away that free kick, that put Mexico to love. He tackles like some sorts of wild man. Don't know which team he plays for. However, him too wild. Simple. The next problem that I saw, it is there is no sorts of midfield. Like me say, them just kick the ball to people all over. Most of the time it end up to the Spanish or the Mexican them. So therefore, no sorts of midfield. To start some sorts of play with structure, some sorts of build up, and then pass to the faster forward, meaning Mr. Bailey, meaning Antonio, meaning Gray. Very skillful players. However, there is no sorts of chemistry. The next thing that I find very disturbing or troubling with these forwards, they lack that KILLER instincts. It is as if them don't have any sorts of finish. Them not have that Curry. Them not have that James. Them not have that Jordan type of characteristics. That means that they are going to put away the opponents. It seems as if them have to get at least 30-40 goals for them to score one goal. It seems as if these men with all of this skill cannot kick a ball in an ocean. People, you are not going to win, and like me say, if you are not getting the practice, if you don't have any sorts of strategy, and just show up the day before, and just expect that you're going to beat the likes of Mexico or United States. It is not going to happen. Look at the first game versus United States. The amount of chances that they got, it was literally harder for them to miss than to score. However, they missed several goals, and those goals would come back to haunt them. the same can be said about the game versus Mexico. No sorts of build-up, no sorts of midfield, no sorts of finish, no sorts of KILLER instincts. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, I saw that the JCF, they had some sorts of thing at the national arena, and they were boasting about the new technology that they had as it pertains to preventing all sorts of illegal toll, all sorts of drugs from entering our borders. They were beating themselves on the chest, patting themselves on the shoulder, and said, listen, if una try, una gonna get BUSTED. However, they were exposed by at least 37 Haitian that came on some sorts of rickety-tickety boat, some sorts of canoe. Now people, this was not any sorts of engine boats. This was the lowest form of sailboat that you can get. Pretty much these people drift across the shores, the borders of Jamaica, and end up in a Portland. So people may have to ask the question, if these people were going at a snail's pace and they did not encounter any sorts of border patrol, any sorts of customs enforcement, moving at probably 3 miles per hour at the most, me not really know, it is not scientific. What would happen to a smuggler that lives in an average fishing boat with some sorts of engine, going to Haiti, vice versa, pick up some sorts of toll, bringing some sorts of drugs, whether a Bob Marley or Cindy Breakspear? How easy would it be for them? What would happen if some real smugglers in some sorts of go fast, speed or cigarette boats was going back and forth from the Bahamas, from Haiti, from United States in one of those fast vessels? What would be the odds? What would be the probability of them getting BUSTED? People, what it shows you, do not listen to any sorts of talk. The borders of Jamaica have always been porous. And even if you decide to go through whichever port, whether it is air or sea ports, if you have the money like the cartels, the mafiosa, you can pay just about anybody to let through just about anything for the right price. So what this shows you is that the more that things change is the more that they remain the same. Might as well all that money, millions and billions of dollars that they said to have spent to secure the porous borders, it seems as if it made sense for them to just take that money and dash it away in the sea. Because we don't see any sorts of result. Nothing has changed, not significantly. And maybe this is just a one-off. People, I doubt that it is. Based on conversations that I've had with people that traffic stuff, them not really care whenever they just do it at will. The possibility or odds or chances of them getting busted just on a regular trip is very minimal. People, do not listen. Do not follow the hype. The facts are out there. 37 people come on a little slow drifting boat and enter the border just like that. They are not the only ones. This is not an isolated incident. Just imagine what is going back and forth in and out of Jamaica. Point blank and period. Further on in the news. Why is it that these Jamaicans leave from Jamaica and go to America, keep up them criminal habits and think that Jamaica and America is the same? Them no know say these people take them crime strategy very serious. If and when you are wanted, there's a thing that is called the fugitive task force, sometimes the state, even the feds, or they work in collaboration. Apparently, a Jamaican was wanted for something they did not specify. So therefore, this task force gathered some sorts of information and they went to the house or the location where he was at. Yes, him reinforced the door. However, them have a thing named Bataram. These are not the JCF. Whenever them come, they come prepared. That means that them come to take off the grill, take off the door, take off the window. Wherever you are hiding, they are going to find you without a shadow of a doubt. This man thought that he was slick. Him run out of the living room, run out of the bedroom, and went in some sorts of room in which him have a whole bunch of sheet, a whole bunch of spread, and decides that him a go spread out himself like Alibaba carpet and hide under some sorts of blanket, some sorts of carpet, some sort of sheet, as if the popo was just going to enter, as if the popo did not know that he was there. So therefore, them kick off the door, lick off the door, come in and look for him a hide. The people them spot him out in the room in which he was hiding in. Him jump up, frighten the people them have the taser or a next gun in which them use some sorts of ball. It just hits you. It is not like the regular rifle that they use to actually take you away. However, if you're acting like you want to put up some sort of resistance, they are going to let you feel a couple of them and people. They gave him about 4. He thought that he was getting caught up with the actual GUN and people, the way the man frightened him, dropped and reacted as if he was getting a couple of real rifle shots in his belly. After he realized that he was on camera, he must say, I wanna do in my house. Uno I gonna know he was talking, they were jeering his patois, you know them popo they act. The popo them must say, Jesus, this man act as if he really got SHOT and him just get some sorts of ball licking his belly just to calm him down. He must say, a bad man, uno know say a bad man plays people. It was funny because of the fact that it is some sorts of popo with some sorts of tool and them release a couple of corn. I am not going to play it on YouTube because of its policy. However, I am going to put it in my WhatsApp group. I know that I have sent out a couple of videos and told you to request. However, I am overwhelmed by requests, so therefore I might have not gotten to everybody. However, if you want this video, you can try your chances once again. The number 1-876-894-2711. Leave your name. You want to join the WhatsApp group. You want the video with the fugitive task force and the Jamaican. Do not call, do not video call me, and I know I say it all the time. Even though I put out that disclaimer, don't call, don't video call, the fully done people, them still do it. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Point blank and period.